What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Grow Family Network. Today, we're reviewing a little garden cart. I get a lot of emails about companies wanting us to test their product and kind of introduce it to YouTube. Mostly the solar power things I do. A lot of the other things that I'm like, it's not really necessary to our channel, or it's not really something that I actually put forth on the channel like gardening. With that being said, and with the issues that I've had, back related issues in the past and currently, I thought this was a no-brainer for me and for those of you that's just getting into gardening. You're picking up those heavy 50-pound, 40-pound, 30-pound bags of soil, and you're looking for another alternative to being able to carry those things right here. So give me a second. We're going to get started on unboxing this. One thing I don't like is a lot of parts, but when I looked at the manual, and it's really cool that it's mostly just a lot of pushing pins through little holes and setting them, kind of like pin hooks. So here we go. We're going to get started. I like that it's a lot of iron, not a lot of plastic, but I haven't really looked through all of it, so we're going to get started. It's a VEVOR. It's like a garden cart, and you're going to watch me put it together, and I'll tell you about how long it took in total for me to put it together, and then we'll look at it, look at the build, see if it's stable, you know, that kind of stuff, the sturdiness, the kind of stuff we look for. So give me a second. We'll be right back. You might need like a hammer. The manual didn't say what all tools you needed, and I wish it would say, you know, hey, exactly what tools you need, but it doesn't. So I got my little bags right here to see, and I'll be able to tell you exactly what tools you're going to need for a job like this. So I'll be right back. All right, so had to actually get the manual. So it's a mesh garden cart, and it gives a little number. One thing I was looking at this is how it's supposed to look when it's finished. When I was looking at it, I was like, this is what got me. And I started seeing all of this. And I'm not the Christmas, even though I have to do it all these Christmases, every time you buy your kid a present, you gotta put the batteries in. I really don't like that stuff. I like stuff that comes out of the box ready to use, which is why I like a lot of the solar power, right? It comes out of the box, you plug it in, it charges for a few hours, it's ready to use. But this is gonna require some putting together. Not really it's a strong suit of mine. I'm good at putting things together. I don't like putting things together. So if that's one thing coming straight out of the box that I don't like, I wish like they would have already had this part put together and just made it a fold in on itself. And then maybe I would have had to like connect the tires to some kind of like a stick push in, kind of like if you're doing like a pushing in or connecting an air gun, something like that, where you had those little push connects. I would rather them have something like a couple of push connects coming down off of the cage. That way they've already assembled the cage, a couple of push connects for the tires, maybe a push connect for the carrier or the arm, and then you're done. But instead, you got all these parts. Now they said that the model says maximum static load is 500 pounds. So that's a good thing. You can get a lot of things in here. Forbidden to carry people. You know, can't carry children. That I'll be doing. But they got to put it in here. Don't load unevenly. Be careful over hilly terrain. And don't move too fast when passing potholes. So my yard is full of potholes. Glad that they got the little inflated tires. So what I'm going to do is I got to go through this and actually get all these sections out of here. Probably going to have to cut this out. More than likely. Let's see. Tear it out. See the tires on the back of it. Cage part for the wheels look like. So I'm going to set the wheels to the side. Nice size wheels. And they probably, if these wheels go bad, you can go to like a Harbor Freight and get some new wheels. They do sell wheels like this. If you're thinking about how I'm going to replace some of this stuff. So I'm going to put the wheels right here. Let me see. So we got an A, we got the end sections times 2. I'm going to lay this out. Kids gonna love the bubble wrap, of course. Got the arm. I'll put that to the side. Sinus is kind of acting up today. Let's see what this is. This is a front axle. So the tires are gonna go on this, I believe. We got a front axle and a rear axle. So one of these is the front, one of these is the rear. And I don't see that they have it sectioned off. So one is, that might be the exact same. Might be the exact same on that one. Now they got something different. Okay, I see the top is made a little different. One of these is the front, one of these is the back. I don't like, but screws and pins. Looks like it's going to be fairly easy to put this together. So that's not, it's not such a bad thing. Trying to get all this together. They had this taped up to keep this from being damaged. The little screw parts from getting too damaged. I'm going to have to take that off later. Something I really need for my kids to help me on the property. Just another, I do have a pull behind, like the pull behind on my lawnmower, a 0 turn, but sometimes you just don't want to go get it and you don't want to crank up the lawnmower and pull. You just want something a little bit more accessible, especially if you don't have like real heavy stuff, like maybe a bag of dog food. You don't want to have to crank up your lawnmower, hook up the little bucket to bring it, where if you have one of these, it's real easy, real quick. Step 1 says fix handle bracket to front axle using 2 of the bolts, washers, and nuts. So I'm gonna say the front. How do I know what the front one is? The front axle is the one with this on it. So this is your front axle, and they want that connected to the handle bracket, which is this. And it's gonna go like this. Doesn't seem that it matters what side you put it on, so it looks like it's gonna go like this, straight out of the bag. Get into this bag of bolts. A bag of bolts. So a lot of the bolts look like they're coming together. Doesn't seem, I want to look, really get a look. Doesn't seem that they're large nylon washers and nuts. J. Okay. So this is the one that's already together. Good. Don't have to think about it. They got these already together. And those are going to go through here. Let me look at how it's kind of hard to see. Kind of hard to see which way it goes in, but I'm going to try it this way. I'm going to have to get the, I'm going to have to get this tightened up for the wrench. which they would put on here what size. And that's the only thing that I saw, is that it didn't have, you know how most instruction manuals are going to say what's needed. It's going to say what's needed, whether it's a crescent wrench, a plier, or a hammer, it's going to say what's needed. So I'm not going to put it all together. I'll have to get it later. So we're starting off like that. We got the first part down. Put that to the side. We're going to tighten all that stuff up later. It says take the base, turn it upside down. This is the base. They want it upside down. And then we're going to place both axles, H and I, on the bolts, followed by tight axles on the place using 2 large nylon washers. This is what it's saying. So let me find what H and I is. Okay. Little technical difficulties, but size 19 is going to be your ratchet size. I don't know what I just did with it because I just had it. Oh, here it goes. So size 19, I think it's like 19 millimeter. That's what you're going to need. That or a pair of pliers or a screwdriver. Ratchets are just much easier for me. Makes it easier. And that was my first try too. I just like picked that one out. I think the size 19, I'll use that for like if I'm changing oil in the truck. I think that's the size 19 bolt that's in your oil pan. Can't remember though. Haven't changed oil in a while. Probably about a year or so. Alright, so good locking nut. I'm going to just lock it down a little bit tighter. Alright, that's good enough. I don't want to overdo it in case it gets a little... Now I don't like, I mean this looks like some kind of spindle. I don't know if that's gonna, I guess since it's the head one, it needs to be able to like spin and move. So I don't think this one is gonna lock in place. This is the front axle. I don't think this one is gonna lock in place. Let's see. Come on, get on there. This was a long bolt. This is the longest bolt on the actual garden part here. It might spin. This one's gonna move a little bit. All right, and you can always know that you can always retighten these things. And what I shouldn't have did, I shouldn't have put that on there because I didn't tighten these bolts. I'm gonna have to use a pair of pliers to get under there. Let's see. Maybe I can use this to tighten it. There we go. Everything is just working for me. Everything is working for me. Because that was a big mistake to put that under there without tightening it first. And just so happens the first little socket I picked up works. And the first little ratchet I picked up actually worked. And that's 3/4. So that's a 3/4. Either get your 3/4. 3/4 actually works on top as well. So if you don't have ratchet sets and you have one of these little, I forget what you call these. But if you have one of these sets, get a 3/4 and it works for everything. So 3/4 or 19 millimeter socket. So this is where we're at so far. Let's see what we got next. Attach the 4 wheels. So we're going to put this back on my lap and we're going to put the 4 wheels on. Let's make sure we're going to put them on the right way. Thread split pin is what they call them through each hole, through each of the holes, and bending to secure them in place. All right. So basically, we know we want this to be on the outside. It's eluding me. The stem. We want the stem to be on the outside. So I'm gonna put all these on. And there's little holes, I'll show you. There's little holes in each of these. You'll see these little holes, these little pin holes. And that's where those little split pins are gonna go. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put on this side, put one on each side first. Alright, I'm gonna find the pins that we need. I'm guessing we're gonna go with these small pins. These should be the ones. The small pins. We should have 4 of those. Alright, so it's gonna be 4 of these small pins. You're gonna see they come with these small pins. These are gonna be the ones for your tires. And these bigger ones, I'm sure, are gonna be to put the basket together. And I believe I got it right. I believe I got that right. And this is easy. It's hard to show you, but you're gonna just put it through there. Right? Stick them through there. And I guess you can use, once you stick them through, just for now, I don't think they're that hard to do, but they just want you to bend them. So when you stick it through there, you just bend it. That way it doesn't come out. Anytime you need to change the wheels, you bend it back and you pull that out and change the wheel off and on. So I'm just going to do one little bend on them. Hold it on the top part. And you can do a hammer if you want, but they're not that hard to bend. You can see, put it on and bend it. Alright, so flip it around. And all of this is real time. I figured I would do it real time to show you. Or if you're trying to put one together, you can put it together. Same thing, take the pin, just drop it through the hole. Let me slide it this way, you can see it a little bit better. Put the tires on with the fat part sticking out. Well, no, sorry. With the stem part sticking out. Alright. It's in. Drop in the pins. And then take that long piece of that pin and bend it. Alright. See how it's a shorter piece and a longer piece. Take that long piece and just bend it back. Alright, I'm going to stick it through. Long piece. You could use a hammer for this, people. And I'll show you. I got a little hammer here. So you don't cut your hand. Just use a hammer. It's going to mess up your tire a little bit, but just use your hammer. Or the claw part of the hammer, or whatever. And just bend it down a little bit. And it's bent down. Easier to do if you're not videoing, but you can see it's bent down. Alright, so we got those 4. We got the tires put on. Now, we're moving on to step 4. And step 4 says, remove the bolt washer nuts from the plastic block F, aligning the handle and the plastic block. Okay, so we're putting the handle on, and we're going this way. We're putting the handle on. Love that everything is nice and iron. Nice little cushion handle. So we want to get this handle part put on. We got the plastic block. So this is the only plastic thing I'm seeing here. So they're telling us to, I guess, align these holes. And then we're going to take, we should be taking this one. Okay. So there's only one more screw and washer left. And basically, you're going to put your little plastic block on there. And make sure we got the washer and all of this stuff right. Always double check when you're putting it together. Yeah. This one doesn't say use the washer for some reason, but okay, it does say remove bolt washer nut from plastic block, but it's not in the plastic block. It's all separate. Align the handles and the holes. Okay, so what I do is I always put the washer onto the nut first. Okay, so put your washer on your nut when you're putting it through. And we got to take that back off because it needs to be connected. I don't think it matters which way. But let's get it on there. Alright. And then we got the nut on the back end. Now this one is going to be another different size. Let's see if I got the size for that one. Nope, it's not a 10, so it might be like an 11. Let's see if I have an 11 here. Okay, so I actually have a little, it's going to be 11. This actually came from me putting up a TV, so I know this works. But let me see if I have an actual 11 here. I know I do, but I don't know where it is. Not too big. It's a 12. Oh, not even a 12, so it might be like a 13. Alright, so I got a 13 here. Perfect. Okay, so it's a 13. Everything else was a 19. This is a 13. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hold, if you got a pair of pliers, you will hold one bolt with a pair of pliers. So that's two different sizes. Hate that. Hate that. Hate that because I wasn't prepared. Alright. So one is a 15 and one is a 13. Use my bolt. $15 for the bolt, 13 for the nut. Okay, write that stuff down if you're gonna get there. I don't know exactly how tight. We don't get any kind of, I guess that's good enough. Not too tight, I'm guessing, because you want to be able to move it. Alright, so step 5 says, put the assemble cart onto his wheels. Now we're getting to the section part. So now we have the bottom part of the cart actually done. Alright. Now all we got is the sides left, looks like. Looks like we got the sides left. Alright. Side, front and back. It should all go together with pins. So I guess I'm gonna go with the sides first. Okay. Let's try this one side. It doesn't give us much as far as what's the front or what's the back. So I'm just gonna try to play with it, figure it out. Okay. So I'm gonna put the sides on. I'm guessing it just goes like that. And grab your pin and stick it through. Real easy. Grab your another side, grab your pin, stick it through, and that side is on. Guess I'll get the front. I guess this is the front part. Yes, this is the front part. So And you got these little hooks that's gonna grab everything. So same thing, grab your pins, push them through. It doesn't really matter which way you push these pins through either. Just grabbing them and pushing them through. Line up those little holes and push the pins through. You're just lining up these little holes right here. There's holes on this one and there's holes on that one. You're lining them up and pushing them through. And push the straight part through. I'll show you that. Push this straight, the straight part. That's the part you push through the holes. Wrong side. If you got a problem, you can just pull it straight out too. I had put that on the wrong side. Alright. And of course, this goes down on here. Let me take this off so I can make this part easier for myself right now. You're going to have to see what this is about on this side. Might have that wrong. Or I might just need the back part. This way. They didn't really offer much. They just said put them on. So they didn't really offer much, like what's the right way. Unless I'm just reading it wrong. But from what I read, it was just like, put the pins on like this. So, do have some washers that are still here. So I have nothing left in the box. I actually got 4 washers here. I didn't see anywhere where it was telling me to use these washers, but I still have 4 washers here. So let me look back through. It's saying that it's the wheel washers. So these go on the wheels. But when I was putting the wheels on, I didn't see anything that told me, oh, okay. My bad. So these wheel washers, I'm gonna have to take these pins out of the wheels. These washers actually go onto the wheel first, and then the pins go in. So I'm gonna have to do that later. Wheel washers, I skipped that step, but I didn't see it when I was reading it. But you put the wheel on first, then you put the washer, then you put the pin through. I'm going to change that for later. So for the most part, and I'm guessing this looks like this is going to be in your actual, I need to see how this goes now. Didn't get much. So I see this is like this. So I'm guessing what? I have to figure that out. I'm guessing more than that. Ensure the brackets are on the outside of the cart for keeping the sides and the ends flush. Okay, so this goes on the outside. Okay. Okay. So all of these go on the outside. Let's set those down. So all of these got to be on the outside of this. I put this one on the inside. I gotta take that off. And these go on the outside. Missing something down here. Something is not right. I know that much. Something is not right, but I'm gonna see if I can get this right. So all of these go on the outside. It's just learning and figuring out what these people mean when they say what they say. For some reason, this is kicked out. I know that shouldn't be like that. This one looks way better. I'm guessing I'm gonna have to take this loose and put these brackets, put this in here. Let me see. Once you get it here though, it's real simple to mess with. Yeah, that's going on the inside. That's going on the inside. That's what it is. So once you get this off, it gets real simple to figure out. This is why I would rather things come at least halfway put together, so I don't have to keep figuring out how the stuff is supposed to go together. Because this side looks a little, this side looks perfect, and this side, something is wrong. I got something wrong on this side. And I don't know what it is. And it's maybe just me got it on the wrong side. Maybe I got it backwards. That might be what it is. Oh yeah, that's what it was. I think I had it backwards. Perfect, perfect. I had it on backwards. And I didn't think it was a way to put it on backwards either. All right. Now I can put it in right. Oh, I know that was a long one. I know this was a long one, but I had to make sure it was right. You'll probably make the same mistakes I made going through this, but now you know how to remedy those mistakes. If it's something's not working right and it's not looking right, you more than likely just gotta flip the panels to make it look right. And I think I got it now, so looks a whole lot better. I don't think I gotta flip those panels to the back. Looks a whole lot better. 500 pounds. Only thing I gotta do is put these 4 washers on, of course. Put all my tool stuff up. Now I've shown you how to put this together. I've shown you the tools that you need to be successful at putting this VEVOR garden cart together. I hope you like this video. Hey, it's in the description. I think they got a discount code they're gonna send us. So you're gonna get a discount on this, putting it together. I don't know how long it took me. If I had to guess, I'm gonna say about 30 minutes or so, 30, 40, 45 minutes, just because I've never put one together. But it's real simple to put together if you got the time to sit down by yourself and just chill out, grab you something to drink, a little glass of water or something, and just chill out, read through it. It's real simple the way they kind of explain it, and it's pictures, so I do like that. Even though it's not many words, the picture sometimes is way better than the words. So this is the VEVOR garden cart, mesh garden cart. I don't really have much to put in it. You'll see us use this cart throughout the videos, throughout the year, And if you want to know where we're getting this stuff from, this is the VEVOR company actually send us a nice little garden cart, and we'll be moving our soil around, we'll be moving our feed around, little things like that, letting the kids kind of do some of the work. I think that's why this is going to be a nice fit into the Growth Hunter Network. So thank y'all for watching Growth Hunter Network. Everything's in the description. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you get one and you watch this video, you're going to know how to put this stuff together, because we actually went through a tough time. Not that tough, but we got all the little small parts that's not in the manual. I actually discussed it in the video. So thank y'all for watching. And as always, grow, grow, grow. Peace.